Hey everybody. I should really be asleep right now, but it's like 2 o'clock in the morning here. And I felt like I needed to do this video. I've been meaning to do this video for years. Um, as a YouTuber, as a dark skinned black woman, as a black woman who has come up against a lot of scrutiny from some black men um, and some black women who don't like what you say sometimes. Um, I have been called a man. I've been told that I look like a man and that I sound like a man. I think I said in a few videos before this, there's nothing I can do about my voice. Nothing at all. Um, as far as how I look, I've been told a lot of times that I am a man, I'm a tranny, because I have strong features. I've also been told that I've also been told that um, um, from my shoulders to my forehead and I guess the line of my forehead and my cheekbones, I have a very strong face. Now, I touched on this before in a couple of videos, or actually in one in particular, where I talked about how some people in society, mostly white people, who have a problem with black people, not all white people, but some, um, how they believe that darker people look rougher, that we look like we're criminals, we look like animals. Um, More specifically, sorry, my hair has a mind of its own right now. Let me bring it over here. um, that darker people have a criminal look about them. That our skin tone denotes criminal behavior or animal behavior. As a dark skinned black woman, it has been very hard for me to reconcile that over my life because I remember going um, doing a big chop. I was married at the time. I had done it while my ex husband was out of the house. He was at work, and it was like a spur of the moment thing. I didn't explain it to him or tell him that I was going to do it before he left for work. I didn't know. But I did it mostly because I wasn't going to salons and everything. And I wanted to have a new start on my hair being, knowing what my actual hair felt like, or what it felt like to have the hair that grows out of my scalp curly and coily and nappy, if you will. I wanted to feel that. I wanted to start from the beginning so that I can have a full head of hair, head of healthy hair. But when he came home, um, he told me that basically I looked like a boy, that I was unattractive. And I think that if somebody loves you, if somebody is with you like that, um, you wouldn't say things like that out the blue, because my hair really didn't make our relationship better or worse. It was something that it's an accessory. My hair is an accessory. Um, I never really got compliments when I was married for my hair. So when he came home from work and I had that much hair, he was convinced that there was something wrong with me. Now, fast forward to when my hair started growing and I could do the twists and stuff like that, he liked it. But it was awkward for him before it was awkward for me. And then it started getting awkward for me because he was uncomfortable. And then people outside of our house, if I went to the commissary, um, women and men would look at me and they would have this strange look on their face. And maybe I was emoting or maybe I was projecting how I was feeling about myself because of how my husband felt about me at the time. So it was horrible. And I lent it to the fact that I am a dark skinned black woman. If a light skinned black woman had walked in with that hairstyle, I had makeup and I had giant earrings on, giant hoops on, so that I could find myself distinguishable between men and women. And I thought that would actually work in my favor. For a while, it didn't. It backfired a couple of times. It turned into it turned into to me actually just pretty much feeling really bad about myself until my hair started to grow, and then I started to feel a little bit different. What is the point of me telling this story? Well, our self esteem usually is, especially dark skinned people who have these issues. Our self esteem is usually um, damaged when we're kids, when we are not told that we are beautiful or at least cute or given compliments. And I think the only person that would actually give me compliments was my dad, but he wasn't there often. So when he left, I was left with my mom and her boyfriend at the time. And it was none of that. I have lighter siblings. My brother and sister, they are caramel. When they were younger, they were a whole lot lighter than I was. And they would get all kinds of compliments. Um, Usually because my brother looked just like my dad, who was very handsome, and my sister looked just like my dad, but had my mom's feminine, uh, had her feminine, facial features. Now, I my dad did not have a like a like supremely masculine face, but you could tell he was a man. I have very pronounced cheekbones and um, I think my hands are even a little bit big and my arms are big and I was just awkward all around. So people would call me names and stuff like that. So my main reason for bringing this up is every time I'm in a conversation with white people on Twitter or Facebook and we're talking about what black people look like or how it is unacceptable for certain black people to go to work looking a certain way. For instance, this hairstyle would probably not be welcome in an establishment where it's run by white people, um, or um, perhaps a white um, employer would have a problem with a dark skinned person working for them because they look at it's depending on where you're working. If you're working in sales, they would really, I believe that some would rather not have us dark skinned people working for them because they associate dark skin with stealing. They associate dark skin with being rowdy and disrespectful. So it is very hard for us. Um, I did a video the other day called I am not the dark skinned activist. I am not Rashida Strober, but I am Quiet Storm. And being who I am, it is very, as old as I am, and still thinking about something like this, and it keeps me up at night. It's really bad. They talk about they talk about Michelle Obama. They talk about um, they still talk about Alec Weck. Um, they talk about Venus and Serena Williams, um, Whoopi Goldberg. They talk about dark skinned black women who have strong features as though we can we can we can actually control the way we look. We cannot. Not all of us who are dark skinned have an attitude problem. Not all of us are cursing a man out or busting a man's window out, or um, not all of us are dark skinned women who are baby mamas trying to ruin the man's life. Some of us, and I'm only going off of the people I know because there are 47 million black people in this country. I am not fit to I am not fit to tell you or tell you about what they're about. But we're not all evil. We're not all your enemies, white people and black men. I like being dark skinned. It works here, especially in Arizona, because I can stay out a little bit longer. Um, I can stay out a little bit longer in the sun. It's recommended that we get 30 minutes of sunlight, get 30 minutes of vitamin D. But since I'm darker, as long as I wear some kind of sunscreen, I'm cool. I can stay out all night if I want to, or all day if I want to. But seeing as though it gets up to about 120 degrees sometimes out here, yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on staying out all day. But you get the gist of what I'm talking about. I love the way it shines. I love the way um, I love the way my complexion accentuates my features. Um, and that's something that I had to grow up to learn to appreciate. And if I should get into a relationship with anybody later in life and they, happen to mention, by the by, I usually don't date dark skinned women, I'm going to recommend to them that they move on and find somebody that they would rather date. Because, in my opinion, that's, um, that's, what's the word I'm looking for? That's something that I can't process. If you're telling me that you don't normally date dark skinned people and that you're willing to settle for me, I don't want anybody settling for me. I want you to look past, how dark I am. Of course, acknowledge who I am and what I look like, but don't look at me as though, okay, the last woman that I was with was dark skinned and she ruined my life. I'm willing to step out on faith that the next man, I don't care what color he is, what shade he is. I'm interested in black men, but I'm willing not willing I'm willing to go the extra mile and not say and say that this man is not like the person that I was with before. That they won't use and abuse me like the person that I was with before. So, um, as it pertains to Rashida Strober, um, a lot of people believe that when she talks about how dark skinned women should be chosen, they I think they get it mixed up because they think that light skinned people think that she's saying that only dark skinned women should be chosen. I got one time I was listening to it, I had to think about what she was saying. I think she was tired of getting passed over and judged and treated like crap all her life because of her skin color. And I concur. I understand. I wouldn't want a black man to come to go and choose a dark skinned woman if he's not attracted to her. If you're not attracted to her, don't go to her. But don't make it all about her being dark, because under that darkness could be a really good heart. So if you're going to choose not to be with a dark skinned woman, connect with why you are not choosing to be with her. Connect with the fact that maybe you're afraid that her skin color is going to match some kind of illogical thing you have going on in your head because of the last few dark skinned women you dealt with. Now, that's not to say that there aren't dark skinned women who have passive aggressive tendencies or bipolar disorder, or that some of them aren't mean. It's not to say that. But it's also not to say that a good looking man is going to be always a good guy, or that a horrible look, or like, I don't even want to say horrible looking man. I'll say um, the average looking black man is a bad person. That doesn't mean that that's going to happen. Because he's not as good looking as you would like. That doesn't mean that he's going to be a horrible person. We have to start looking within the heart to find out who we're supposed to be with. So if you've been talking to somebody for a long, for a little bit, I think we should stop and think about why it is what it is that we are. Um, we have to stop and think about what it is that we're looking for in a person before we process the whole color. Um, some people can get caught up in some people can get caught up in the look of someone and forget all about the fact that they are probably just wretched, evil, and crazy on the inside, and they'll stay with them because they look good. I've never understood that. So I don't want to be on here too long, but I just wanted to deliver this message. Dark skinned women and dark skinned men are not bad people. Um, we have people of all shades who could use some freaking work. Uh, um, Light skinned people. I'm not trying to say that you guys are unattractive or that you should step back and let us get a chance. I'm not trying to say that at all. I'm basically trying to tell people to stop looking at our skin color and making it a determiner of how you think we'll be acting, or how you think you will act if you were with us, or how you think we are as people. We don't have like skin colors don't have, or they don't have a place on on a behavior chart. They really don't. It's I've never seen anything on a chart that said the lighter you are, the better you are. I've never seen that. I've never seen a chart that says the darker you are, the more of a tendency you have to be an evil person. I've never seen that before in my life. And I really hope in the times that we're going through right now that we never see that. So that's about it for now. I am sleepy. I know you guys can tell. Some of my words have been slurred a little bit because I'm fighting sleep and I couldn't go to sleep because I had this on my mind for a long time. Um, I want to, before I leave, I want to say this. I'm gonna have people in here every time, and I'm gonna have to pin one of my videos to the top. Um, and this is a defense mechanism. I'm connecting with it right now. Some of you are gonna come in and go, "Oh, I hate her teeth," and "Oh my God, she can't afford a dentist," and stuff like that. The actual truth is, I can't afford a dentist, but I have a disorder called ectodermal dysplasia. I have a video on it. It's already there. So if anybody is going to come in talking about my teeth and talking about my skin color, there are things that I cannot help. Um, and that's it. If you'd like to learn about ectodermal dysplasia, please go to my video or learn about my version of it or how it affects me. Um, please go to my video and watch it. It's called Ectodermal Dysplasia: The Reason Why I Don't Smile. Um, also, if you'd like to learn about the actual disorder, please go to Google ectodermal dysplasia, and it's the name of the disorder. Okay, that's what's wrong with my smile. Peace out. Oh, there it is.